In this episode of Dentside Depot, we are finally going to see the Dearborn project being done, a truck that did not run and drive for over 20 years. So stay tuned, let's check out this really cool truck. Before we get into it, I want to take a quick second and look back when I bought this truck in November of 2024. So let's take a look at what it looked like back then. So here it is, and I guarantee you've never seen a truck like this before. It is a 1979 F150 short bed 4x4 with the Dearborn package. Now we're going to talk a lot about this package today and what it means and everything else, but first I just want to go around the truck, show you what we got, and I got to get a lot of this crap out of here and get it loaded up onto the trailer. So once I get it home, we'll take a closer look at everything. But this is a really rare truck. It's not a Ford option truck, but this truck is absolutely crazy with all the stuff that it has, and I can't wait to get it back to the depot here and see if we can get it running for the first time in God knows how many years. It is a one-owner truck. I have all the paperwork on it. It's absolutely crazy. So I'm going to get this thing loaded up, and then probably tomorrow we'll look it over a little bit better and see what we got. So stay tuned for one super awesome Dearborn edition F150. All right, and you can see the transformation on this truck is absolutely magnificent. We're going to go over everything on this truck today. I'm going to talk about the parts that I used, the people and companies that helped out with the build, and everything about this amazing truck. So the history of this truck is, in the 1970s, Coachman Industries built some very special trucks called the Dearborn edition. They made Broncos and they made F-150 4x4s only. And the way it worked was Ford would send those trucks and those Broncos to Coachman directly, and then they would do the modifications to the trucks. The specific company or subsidiary of Coachman was Leisure Industries, and I will show you what that looks like here as we go over the truck today. So this truck has been a 6-month restoration for me, and it was a ton of work, but as soon as I saw this truck, I knew exactly what it was and I knew exactly what I had to do with it, and you are seeing the result of that right here. So let's start in the front and work our way all the way to the back. And you can see I have restored and reused the original brush guard from this truck. It has the regular cactus smasher in the middle, and then it has these extensions on each side that make it a full-blown brush guard. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but I decided, you know what, I got to keep it. How many trucks came with one of these? Not many, of course, not from the Ford, not from the factory, but still, this truck was sold new with this exact brush guard on it, this very one, and it was in really good shape. So I restored it and added a couple new fog lights to it, and it came out really good. Believe it or not, the front grille is original. Half of the decals are. Now you can see the decals on this side look really nice, and that's because I actually remanufactured these decals myself. I remade them to look almost identical to the factory decals, and they're pretty close. They're not perfect. And then you can see here on the tailgate the decals on the back, which obviously have been faded over time. And then looking on the passenger side, you can see how faded away they are. I decided not to redo the graphics on this side, so you kind of get a two-face with this truck. One side's all original with the decals, and the other side is my remanufacture of them, and they definitely look really good. So now let's get into all the other things that came on this package. The next thing that probably really sticks out to you is the turbine wheels. Now these are the correct wheels for this truck. This truck was sold new with these exact wheels on them, and it also came with BF Goodrich tires, brand new as well. Now again, not Ford, Coachman Industries did this, but legitimately these are the exact wheels that this truck had. And believe it or not, I still have one of the original tires that came on this truck, or at least was a replacement at some point when it was new. As you can see, the BF Goodrich radial all-terrain TAs right there, which I think are the best looking tires for any classic truck. And I even have that original 5th spare, so I have 5 wheels. So originally these wheels were silver, or they were plain aluminum. I got them sandblasted and then I painted them silver, and then I wanted more of a look to it, so I did black on the inside with the paint, and that really came out good. The truck has a 4-inch lift kit on it, which really set it off nice, and I really like a lot. Now, one of the coolest things that Coachman added to this truck is this roll bar. Now, you could get 70s Ford trucks with a roll bar in them from the factory. This is not one of those roll bars. This is an aftermarket roll bar. but I definitely really like the look of it, and it definitely looks really awesome. While we're back here, you can see the bed has absolutely no rust on the inside, and that is because I cut out this entire bed floor and I replaced it with an Auto Metal Direct bed floor, so it is completely rust free. And amazingly, the tailgate had no rust on it. All I had to do was just replace the hardware of the tailgate with some AMD aftermarket equipment, and it is good to go. And you can see how nice this bed now looks on the inside. Now, this was a huge chore and a lot of work to get this bed back into shape. And the funny thing is, the roll bar is what saved this bed, because if not, it would have separated and fell apart and there would have been nothing left of it. But this is all the original bed metal except for the bed floor, and it had a little bit of push through rust right here. So I did a small section with an AMD repair panel, and I also replaced the wheel well up in here with an AMD replacement wheel, and you can see how nicely that fits. And there's absolutely no rust issues with this bed. Now, it's not perfect, but the bed itself has no rust on it. It has some dents and dings, but it's an all original bed. And one of the things I want to add is the tonneau cover, and you can see the snaps here. Now, the way this looked new was the tonneau cover would have cutouts so it could go around the roll bar. So I need to find a company that can do the tonneau cover for me and remanufacture the support braces that go across the middle. But that's definitely something that I want to get done on this truck. Now, looking at the top of the truck, you'll notice something pretty unique. It has his and her sunroofs, which is definitely really cool. You don't typically see that, because that is not factory, that is aftermarket for sure. But I have the build sheet for this truck, and those his and her sunroofs came with this on this truck from the factory, which is definitely really, really neat. Now, unfortunately, they were leaking, and that's what caused all the issues with this truck. But nonetheless, it's a really cool addition. Now, let's get on the inside here, where things get really crazy with this truck and what it has. You can see the door panels, factory door panel, but they did their own vinyl inserts, and you can see how they attached them just with the screws here. And I redid all that hardware, cleaned the door panel up a little bit, replaced everything on the inside with Auto Metal Direct equipment, so it's back in good shape, going up and down. You can see there's no issues with it anymore. That's really good. Now, the floors were absolutely toasted in this truck. There was nothing left of the floors in this truck. I mean, they were gone. But you can see now there's absolutely no rust at all. Why? Because I replaced them with Auto Metal Direct floors, and now this truck is rock solid and rust free. Believe it or not, these floor mats were in this truck, and I think they were in that truck from when it was new, because these are the old plastic color floor mats that you can't buy anymore, at least with the Ford branding on them. I cleaned them up a little bit and left them in there because obviously that's a part of the heritage of the truck. Definitely really cool. Now, another thing you've probably noticed about this truck that's definitely unique is not only does it have bucket seats, but it has the captain's chairs with the fold down armrests, and it has a center console. And the crazy thing is, this bucket seat on both sides only had 2 bolts on the edge, so I modified it so it was secured more properly, and that all worked out really nice. Now, another cool thing about this truck is it has this center console, and this is actually called an ice chest, and it's pretty neat because on the inside you could fill this with ice and water and put your adult beverages in there. Obviously, this was a different time period where that may have been acceptable, at least somewhat. Obviously not today, but definitely a really cool feature that you just don't see in 70s Ford trucks. Again, aftermarket, but nonetheless something really, really cool to see. And if you remember what these seats looked like when I first got this truck, they were a total disaster, and they cleaned up pretty decent overall. Now, looking on the inside of this truck, what's really great about it is it's equipped with factory tilt wheel, as you can see, and it also came with the Rally steering wheel, which is really nice. That's really the sports steering wheel. That's your top dog steering wheel. That's what everyone wants. And this is the original setup for this truck, which is really cool. Okay, now looking at the rest of the interior, this truck is absolutely magnificent at this point. I redid the gauges, I put a new faceplate on it and a new trim bezel from Auto Metal Direct, which looks great. And I also added an Auto Metal Direct dash pad, which also makes the truck look really, really awesome. Now, a couple things about this truck. First of all, I added the AM digital clock radio, which is pretty neat. This truck did not have a radio from the factory. It was a non-radio truck, and Coachman added a tape player, but I went back to a factory style radio just because I think it's pretty cool. And then over here on the passenger side, you'll notice a couple things. First of all, this truck was equipped with a compass from Coachman. Now that one was completely destroyed, and I found an NOS one in Japan, and I got it imported. I went the extra mile to replace it with the exact same one that the truck came with new from Coachman. Here on the glove box, I restored the original glove box trim, and you can see I left in place the Dearborn Consolidated Leisure Industries placard that is on the glove box door, which is definitely one of the coolest things about this truck. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the placard on the cab of the truck, and you can see right here still in place. This vehicle was altered by Coachman Industries Incorporated in 1979 and everything else, and by federal law you have to put that on when you modify a vehicle brand new from the factory, but that I mean, you can't fake that. That shows you that that's exactly what this truck is. Now, something you have not seen yet on my channel at all is what's under the hood, so let's pop it and take a look. Okay, and surprise, it is a 460 big block engine. Now this truck was originally equipped with a 351M. That engine was filled with water. I didn't know what I was going to do. I decided to do a big block swap on this truck, and things were not going well. I thought I had 2 good engines, and it turned out I had 0 good engines. And at the end of the day, thank you to Joe, one of my viewers, because he gave me this engine to put in this truck. I just went over it really quick, did a carb on it and a few other things, and really just got it back up and running again. It's still getting itself into shape. It's got a little blow by. The rear main's leaking a little bit, but it sat for a while, so it needs to get itself running through the paces a little bit here. But let's go ahead and start it up and see what it sounds like. Okay, let's hear this thing fire up. There we go. I was able to use the transmission out of this truck, and it's almost out of gas. You can see I have a iced tea container here for the gas. So I was able to salvage the original transmission from this truck and also the transfer case. And that's all fine. I'm still getting it running good. It's running a little rough at the moment, but she's been sitting for a while and definitely has a little bit of blow by. And I haven't timed it or anything, but regardless, for an engine that's been sitting for, you know, a few years, really not running that bad. So it's good enough for me. It's not like it's blowing any coolant out or anything. It ran fine, so I'm happy with it. I have a couple small things left that I need to do. I forgot the radio antenna. The fuel tank's not in it because I forgot about the fuel sending unit. So I'm going to put an Autometal direct fuel tank in it in the next few days. Got to get the shocks on it as well and paint a few things. But with that being said, this truck is done. It has been a complete labor of love for me. I did not know how this rebuild was going to go. We're replacing the bed floor and everything else. But I definitely want to thank Autometal Direct for their support with this truck. My buddy Joe for helping me out with the engine. Definitely BF Goodrich Tires, give them a shout out. Want to give a shout out to CVF Racing. We were originally going to put their swap kit on this truck, but I'm going to now switch that over to the crew cab truck, so you'll be seeing more of that soon. And anyone else who may have helped with this truck, definitely a big thank you to everyone and everyone who watches. Another super rare Dentside Ford truck saved here at Dentside Depot. And without delay, now that I have space, the crew cab frame is coming in, sitting since 1990. Time to get another rare one back on the road soon. So definitely remember to like and subscribe and keep restoring those classic trucks.